Good morning, everyone. I'm back. It's Saturday morning, and like I promised, we're going to do the starfish transfer on the canvas. So I have two. This is one I did a while back. As you can see, there is a dusting of little glitters on top, and this one I did last week, where I thought I'd do it like this. Put the little starfishy on it. What I need is scissors to cut out just around the starfish like that. Just a little bit. You add a little bit of paper, you don't want to cut into the starfish. Just a little bit like that. And then we're ready to put the medium on and stick it on there and let it dry. So I'll be doing this in a couple of takes because I'll be taking off the paper back, and then I'll be using really the really beautiful mica, whatever you call it. We're going to put that on there. So as you can see, here's the shadow. So you could put it on like that so that the shadow is, the sun is shining from on top. This is something that you can decide for yourself. Of course, this is going to be reversed because we're going to put it on like that. But you can decide where the shadow is. You can even let it come from up or down here, shine up. But I like that. I think I'll go for this one. I kind of like that. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like that too. Yeah, we're going to do this one. Okay, so I want it to be on here like that. And this time I'm going to use just a transfer medium. Any medium really works. You can use gel medium, gloss medium, glaze medium. You can use, I think, even pouring medium will work because it's pretty much the same stuff. So I'm going to put it on here, take a brush, and make sure that we get it all soaked in like that. We don't want to skip any parts because then it won't transfer onto the canvas. So there it is, a little bit more. Better to put on a little bit more than not enough, because then it'll skip that black part. You don't want that. So now I'm going to do the canvas. Oops. Just slightly brush it on. And there are a lot of companies that have, let's see, which side did we want to do? We want to do it like this. There are a lot of companies that sell transfer medium. And you can always try that, but I would just use something that we already have. See? With a credit card type of thing. Just make sure that it has contact on the whole, over the whole canvas. And here you see it coming up a little, so that's sort of a sign that there's not enough on there. So that's it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was pretty stupid. Okay guys, I'll tell you why. You don't want to get your medium on top of the paper, because that way it's going to be pretty much waterproof and the paper won't come off. So I was just not thinking about what I'm doing. Okay, now this one's ready, so we're going to set that one off to dry. And here we have another one, because I'm going to do two. So here we go again. Just cutting around the starfish. I hope this is satisfying to watch. It usually is. I like watching people do stuff like this. There you go. And this one, I think I like it when the white is on top, so as to, in my mind, I'm thinking this is where the waves crash, and down here where it's calmer, it's more blue. So the sun is coming up from above, so I'll put it on like that. So here we go again. Putting on the medium. Making sure it has a nice full coat of medium. There we go. That's nicely covered. Now, the sun was coming up from above, of course. Oops, let's see. Yeah, that way. Now this one is different than the other one, so that's nice, so we can compare. Okay, it's on there. And we'll just let these dry, and then I can take off the paper. I think late in the afternoon. I'll just really let it dry, and we'll see what happens. I do think that it did help when I wet the top part. Somehow that sort of does something to the paper, so I'm going to do that. Okay, be right back. Hi guys, I'm back, and we're going to finish off these little starfish paintings. And what I do is, just with a gloved finger, I start to peel off the backing of the transfer. Just like that, as you can see. Now, there's going to be fibers left behind, and the thing is that if you don't take that off totally, you will be left with like sort of hairs on your canvas, and then when you go and varnish them, that'll stick up a little bit. It's not really a big problem, but you know, you'll have to do a couple of layers to get that gone. When if you take it off like straight away with a little sponge thing, I'll show you. We have these little spongy things with that on the back, and as long as you do it with a soft one, you won't remove the transfer, but only the fibers of the paper that are left. That's pretty much it. What you can also do is go over it with a credit card. That takes off pretty much most of those fibers, and it leaves the transfer on. So we'll just take off a little bit more. Now, where it does come off, it's usually because you didn't put enough transfer medium on. And even that is not a problem, because we can fix that too. When you take it all off and you let it dry, then all you have to do is come in with one of those permanent markers and just fix it up. And that's what I'm going to do with these before I get the mica and put that on. See, with the finger it's usually a little better. See that? So I'm going to stop the video for a bit and speed it up, because this is kind of boring and I got two to take off. So see you in a bit. Okay, now we have the top layer off, and what I do is I spray it again with a little mister bottle. Maybe I forgot to tell you, but when I start to take this off, first I spray the paper with this and I leave it for about half an hour to an hour. I go do something else, that way the paper is totally soaked. So now I have a new sponge, and I'll show you how much still comes off. As you can see, it starts getting darker and darker, and that's a sign that you're getting even more paper off. See that? So don't think that you're ready just by rubbing it off. I would really suggest you get one of these, and they cost nothing, these sponges. I think I get 12 for $1, something like that. There we go. Okay, last time. Still paper coming off. That's about it. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. I'm gonna put them in the sun to dry. Then I'm gonna fix, I'm not gonna fix what's in the middle, although there's just a little bit like here. But the outline is important because we're going to come in with some of that nice mica. So the outline is very important. Inside, not so much. So when I got this all set up, I'll be right back. And we'll go to the next step. See you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm ready to do some stuff on top. What I use is a transparent gloss medium. That really helps. Gotta open up the top here. There we go. And what you need is, of course, a few brushes. And what I just do is wet the brush into the glaze medium, and then I choose the mica I want. Oh, this one's almost empty. This is my favorite color. It's called Kiwi. And what I do is just, you know, glaze over the transfer. Just like that, and put it on a little thick or a little thin, just what you want. And then this is going to dry, and it'll show that nice sort of a sparkle because of the mica that's in it. Just here and there around the edges like that. And then some, let's see, not that one, this one. I'm running low on my, oh look at that, that is beautiful, isn't it? Those turquoisey greenish kind of things. And remember, after this we're going to do a nice glossy layer on top that almost makes it look as if like it's resin, and that'll really make everything pop. I'm just going to mix this up a little because that looks really good. Pull it down a little bit. And of course I'm choosing colors that for the people, you know, sometimes I don't realize that people have really a lot of trouble putting colors together. And if you do, I have a tip. Go to Pinterest, make an account on Pinterest, and then look for color seeds. They call it color seeds, color swatches, something like that. And you will get so many, you're going to be dizzy. That's how many you see. And you can even make your own. There are some generators online where you put in a photo that you like. A lot of people have like an image with a lot of colors in it that they really think go good together. And then they put that image into the generator, and it'll make you a color swatch. And that is a lot of fun. It's even sort of a thing that, you know, pulls you out of your comfort zone, because if you do that, and of course the Blue Bayou, and if you're wondering what I'm using, it's these primary elements, and you can find them at colorart.com. It's a USA based company. This is all made in the USA, so I think I've used a lot. I've used Pearl-Ex. I've used almost anything that has this nice shine to it, but nothing compares to primary elements. I gotta, you know, it's just the truth. I've used like everything. I've used stuff you buy on AliExpress. I've used wish.com to get a lot of these micas that you can put through all sorts of mediums, but I'm telling you, the best one of all is the primary elements. It really is. Okay, I think that's enough color here. Now I was thinking of also adding, just for the fun of it, let's see how that works. Oh, that works really pretty. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that is beautiful. Now, because the primary elements in the medium still stays transparent, because this is glaze medium, you can use it to put this really thick glitter on top of it. And this really looks nice. So I'm gonna put that in the middle here, like on the body. And then I'm going to come down in the middle of these tentacles. All the tentacles are going to get some. This is really pretty. Wow. I just wish I had a beach house that I could put all this stuff on. I don't. Really, I don't. All my furniture is sort of, you know, I think I told you guys this before, but it's a lot of like that antique-y kind of stuff. So all my paintings and anything I make sort of doesn't go into my house. It's not the style I have. Now this is really, wow, I love this. Can you see that? Look at that. That is gorgeous. Wow. That is really something else. I should have done that before. I'm going to let this one dry. Okay, sorry about that. I kicked up against the little ladder thing. Okay, next one. Saving that for later. Putting in the glazy stuff. And see, everyone can do this. You don't have to be an artist that can draw really well to do this, because the transfer pretty much, you know, gives you the image, and then all you have to do is come around with a little brush and put some color on it. Makes it really pop out. First the green, like I did with the last one, kind of like that. A little bit more of the green. Like that. Okay, green is it is. Then we're going to go to the blue. I think adding this to the top of a transfer really makes it just that little bit more interesting. There you go. these mixed together, these colors, they make that really nice oceany color. I really like that. Gotta get a little bit more on there for the for that big earth. This I bought on Wish, and all it is that glittery, big fat glittery stuff that you put on your nails. People that do nails, they use it, and it comes in like, I don't know, 6 million colors. Yeah, I know. I have a tendency to exaggerate a little bit. I'm not sure where I got them all, but I got them somewhere. I was going to show you other colors that I have, but I'm going to keep it with this color. I think this one asks for a little bit of a lighter color. Let's see what we get with this. Yeah, that's working out pretty nice. Just here and there, just to touch it up a little. Just to give it a little bit more of a highlight thing. Yeah, that's okay. That's really looking nice. See how nice it shines? Okay, now we're going to come in with the first off in the middle, the little body. See that? There it is. And then I'm going to come along the little legs, tentacles, whatever you want to call them. And then I can put this one out in the sun. That way it'll dry really fast. Now here you go. See that? That is awesome, isn't it? So we'll let this dry out in the sun, and that'll be ready, and then I can varnish it, and I'll show you how much it, you know, it just explodes. Although I think, no. Sometimes I get carried away with all the glittery stuff. So I gotta sometimes just restrain myself and put the lids back on. I think this is it. We're gonna call it. This is it. Now I don't know which one goes on which one. Thinking that one. And I'm thinking this one and that one. So for the people that want to get into this, let's see where we get the yeah, okay, this is it. Let's put it in. Let's see if we can get you in focus here. There you go. colorart.com. Pure ground color and minerals that refract light. There it is, primary elements. Now they have changed. When I started using them, they had like, I don't know, 225 colors, but they've narrowed it down, but they still have the most beautiful colors. So when you pop over there, you have these that you can use in resin, and you can use for pouring. Don't know if you guys follow Shelly Art on Instagram, but she does these beautiful pours with all these beautiful colors in them. And that's what you can get with this. And if you're just doing resin, so just the resin, no other stuff, they also have these. So this is Resin Art Luster Pigments. They sort of make it look just a little bit more, the glitter is a little bit coarse than this. So if you're only doing resin, I would say buy this one. Here it is. That's the, let me get you in close. There it is. That's the website. So don't worry, go over there. I know her personally, Leslie. She'll take care of you, and there's a lot of colors. I would absolutely buy Blue Moon and this one, Twilight Orchid, because they are just awesome colors. They really are. And then we have Aquamarine, it's pretty nice. Golden Diamond's pretty nice. You know, when you get there, you're going to be putting a lot of stuff in your little shopping cart, I'm pretty sure, because that's what I always do. I go for 4 colors, and when I check out I have 20, but can't help it. Look at that, pretty. So if you're looking for this one, as you see on top here, it says nail decor. Oh no, nail decorations. So this is stuff that comes from Wish. You'll probably find it on AliExpress too. This is number 54. Don't know if you get to a site where it has these numbers. They pretty much all use their own numbers, so that's it. Okay, be right back. Okay, they are nice and dry, and what I do with the varnish is really first layer. First, of course, you have to wet the brush, and then I do a really thin layer of my own made varnish. And I've had a lot of people ask me about how do you make your varnish, but I can't tell you, people. If I tell you, I have to kill you. So, yeah. No, I sell it in my shop, so I can't tell you. But it's a lot of mixing, and then this one doesn't crack. I've never had one crack ever. But of course, I do know how to varnish. The whole thing about this varnishing with when we have paint with silicone in it is it's all about sort of fixating first. So what I do, as you can see, a really thin layer of varnish, and then you just set it away, let it dry, do another thin layer, and then you can come in with a little bit thicker. And it doesn't matter if you see brush strokes in these first 2 layers. That's no problem whatsoever. And that's what usually gets you to put too much on the first time, because you're thinking, oh, the more I put on, the smoother it is. But really, it's not about that. The first 2 layers are just the only reason you put them on is to seal off the painting. There you go, nice and sealed. And of course you have to do the sides. So we're going to put some on the brush here. What I usually do is just pat the side like that, and then just pull nicely, just one row. What you can do is do this. If you have these little bottles, you can put it in like that. There you go. See how fast it goes? Really fast. Now, before I do my next layer, I will let this dry, and I will put on my signature. That's something that I always do after the first layer. And I use Posca pens for that. Posca, in my opinion, are the best ones to do. It's an acrylic marker, and that really works for me. So I still have to do these. Zip, zip, zip. So these little bottles, I sell them in my shop also. A lot of people like the way you can use that to spread out the paint or the varnish. It really helps. Oops, got a little bit on the front here. Okay, there we go. There we go, nice and covered. Now before I'm gonna put these outside, and the brush, I always make sure my brush is clean before I do anything else. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, we're back, and I have already done 1 layer of varnish. Now I'm going to do, that was wrong, I have 2 layers, And now I'm going to put on the thicker layer. So easiest is with a squeeze bottle, and I just put it on like this. That goes really quickly. And then I take my brush, and first off we go like this, vertical. And even though you think, oh wow, that is nice, no brush strokes, you really have to go horizontal, because it's something to do with the acrylic. If you want a crackle effect, then you put one layer of paint vertical, one horizontal, and that way you get a nice crackle effect. And we don't want anything crackling in our varnish, so that's why we do up and down and sideways, just like this. And I have my signature on there, so we go over that, because you don't want to have your customer cleaning the painting and then cleaning off your signature. That isn't good. So that's it, nice and smooth. And now I'm not going to put this in the sun, because that would really make it really bad. I think putting it in the sun is the same as you do it with your acrylic paint. If you do that, it's going to crack. So people that are, I've done that before, you know, just not thinking about it, just put a painting in the sun and it cracked like crazy. So I had to put gold in the cracks to make it look good. Yeah, but we don't like it. We don't like the cracks, so we don't want it. So I'm going to put these away, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. There you are, nice and smooth. This one nice and smooth. I will add 1 or 2 more layers, because you know you want to build it up that it's looking like resin, and you want to have these all these little glitters smoothed out, as you can see. But they are really pretty. So thanks for watching this one. It took a long time to make this video. I think 8 takes or something like that. So I have to stick them all together. But you'll see it popping up today. So see you later. Love you all to pieces.